Hello friends, welcome to our WP Expert channel. Today we are going to explain the functionality and overview settings of the WordPress admin. So this lesson is going to very important for all my WordPress users who want to learn WordPress, because WordPress admin play a very important role to manage your website. Okay. If you have, so you can manage your website from admin. So today in top I will explain all the settings or overview of the WordPress admin. So if you have any query related to our WordPress or any other, then you can leave your query in video comment box. I will try to give the reply as soon as possible. You can share my video with your friends who want to learn WordPress, and please do not forget to like or subscribe to get a coming new video on WordPress. So let's start today topic. As in my previous video, I have covered the lesson summary, WordPress overview, and PHP development environment software, and in last video I have explained how you to install the WordPress on your local computer. Okay. So if you have missed my last video, then I will provide the link in video comment box, so you can easily access the my previous video. So today we are going to start working with WordPress. So this is the our today agenda, and I hope you all my previous video was beneficial for you and you have set up the WordPress on your local computer. So let's start today's topic. So here I have listed the all the overview of the WordPress admin settings, themes, plugins, media, pages, post, and widgets and menu. Okay, so I will explain these all the settings from admin. So let's come on my WordPress website that I have already installed and on my computer. Okay, so this is the WordPress, my default WordPress. I have installed it on last time. So let me log in. You can log in into WordPress via your site and /wp admin. Okay, or you can also log in using wplogin.php. You can also access the login page using wplogin.php or /wp admin. Okay, so my username was myadmin and I have saved my password in browser, so that's why it's taking automatically. And you can save also your password on your local computer. And let me log in here. Okay. So this is the WordPress admin panel I have show you in my last video as well, and here you can see the settings of the WordPress. Like by default WordPress provide the post, media, pages, comments, and appearance. And under appearance you can see theme, page customization, widget, menu, background, theme editor. Okay, and same here you can see the settings to manage the install plugins, add new plugin editor, and here you can manage your WordPress user, and here you can import or export your website data. Okay. So and last one is settings. Okay, so setting is the main important part of the WordPress site. So let me explain all the settings one by one. Okay, so these are the settings here. Let me explain general settings. Okay, so here you can see general settings. This is the first one, site title. Basically we can define, we can manage the our main website title here. Okay, and you can define the tagline here. So this tagline or manage site will be showing you in front end, WordPress demo, and just another WordPress site. Okay, so you can manage these tagline and site title here. And third one is WordPress address URL. Okay. Here you can define, you, you can manage the your WordPress admin URL. Okay. And fourth one is site address URL, and here you can define your site address URL. Okay, so let me give you little difference about WordPress. What is the difference between WordPress URL and site address URL? Okay, basically WordPress URL we have, if we are going to set up the WordPress in any new directory, like if you have installed the WordPress in ABC folder and in your root. Okay, and you are want to access your site without the subfolder URL. Okay, so in that case you need to define the WordPress directory path here. Okay, like you have installed the WordPress under ABC folder. In that case you will need to define the WordPress URL here. Okay, so like ABC, in that case WordPress URL will be ABC and site URL will be same. Okay, so this is the main difference. Basically WordPress address is define the URL to access your WordPress admin, and site URL is defined to access your front end of your WordPress website. So this is the only difference between these URL. Generally we use the same URL for WordPress and site URL because we install the WordPress in same root directory, not in any subdirectory. So this is the difference between WordPress URL. Okay. And WordPress URL, you can define the URL to define the backend of your WordPress site, and site URL it will be defined the front end of the website. So these settings will be clear. And fifth one is administrator email address. Okay, so this email address is very important to manage your all the email from your website. Like if you are getting any technical issue, then WordPress send the notification, technical issue related notification on this particular email ID, not on your user email ID. Okay, so this is the main site email ID. So you will get all the notification from WordPress, or like if someone is going to comment the on your blog post, in that case you will get the notification on this email ID as well. If you are going to allow the register of the user from your website, in that case you will get the notification for new registration on this email ID as well. Okay, so this email ID is very important, and you should need to use the email ID domain URL, domain email ID here. So for example, like if you are going to set up your site on WordPress site on your live site xyz.com. Okay, so in that case you have need to define the email ID like info@xyz.com or hello@xyz.com or something like that. Okay, so you have need to define the your domain specific email ID, your live domain specific email ID. Okay, so it will be helpful to deliver the email ID email on your email as soon as possible. Okay, and if you will use the more than other than the domain email ID, like if you are going to use the any Gmail ID, Yahoo email ID or something other, in that case you can get the issue to delivery on the email delivery. Okay, because if you are going to define the any other email ID, in that case the mail can delay or it cannot deliver to the user or your own your email ID. So I would suggest you to use always your domain email ID as your site administrator email ID. So this is the site email address, and this will be throughout the website. And let's come on next point is anyone can register. Okay, so if you want to give the access, if you allow to register user from your WordPress admin login screen. Okay, so in that case you can allow here. So let me show you how you can do it. Let me open it in private window because I have already logged in here, so it will, so you can see the option here only to lost your password or back to admin or login page. So you can, it means you have not allowed the registered user via admin login screen. Okay, so if you want to allow the registration, in that case you have need to check this box. Okay, and let me show, I have checked and updated the setting. So registration button should be there. Okay, so you can see I am able to register here. So user, you can allow user to log in via their username and email ID by login screen of login page of the WordPress. So this is the settings. So if you want to allow the registration, then you can enable this. Okay. And here you can see the role of the subscriber. Okay, like if you have enabled the registration and if you want to give a particular default role for your newly registered user, okay, in that case you can set the new role here. Okay, so this is the very important part of the website, and only few developers have knowledge about that, where you can define the default URL of the default registration. Okay, so here you can manage your new user default role by select a drop down value. Like by default WordPress set the default role to subscriber, so if anyone will register on your website via login screen, in that case it will automatically save into database like as a subscriber. Okay, so if you want to allow, if you want to set the default role, like if you want to give the editor or author or contributor, okay, in that case you can define a new role to your WordPress. Okay, so there are the 5 roles by default WordPress has given: subscriber, contributor, author, editor and administrator. Okay, so author and administrator have the full access of the website. Okay, let me give some difference between the user role. I will explain the roles and details in coming video, but in this video I am going to short this idea for you. Subscriber means subscriber cannot create any post or cannot view any pages from backend. He can access only their profile data and he can update the profile data from backend. Contributor means if you are going to make any user role as a contributor, in that case he can create the website, create the post to your website, on your website as a contributor. And author means author can create or manage his post, but he can see the other existing post of the WordPress website as well. And editor can edit any post or page from your website, and he can delete, edit or contrast the post of any pages of any author or contributor subscriber role here. Okay, so an administrator have a super well permission, like if he can do anything, he can delete the author, he can change the author of the admin, he can install, but administrator can install new theme, and administrator can update the any settings of the admin. So these are the role of the setting. Okay, and if you are going to, if you are install the WordPress, if you, in that case you can manage the language here. Okay, and here you can see time zone here UTC +5 by default. So if you want to change the time zone, in that case you can your time zone here by country or UTC time. Date format, for example, if you want to publish the date format in June 21 2020, okay, so in that case, if you want to other format like this one or some other one, or if any custom, in that case you can change the date format. It will be published on your blog post. Basically this time will be published on your blog, on blog post in front end of the website. Okay, so you can see the preview here after change the customer region. Okay, so here you can change the manually date format as well. And time format, here you can see the four option to define the time format. If you want to give any custom time format, in that case you have define the time format here. Okay, so you can see preview here, and they have WordPress have given the documentation for date and time framework, and so you can see the date format, time format here. They have explained all the settings and details. And week start, if you want to change the week day, or you want to define the weekday any other than the Monday, in that case you can choose the start week. So basically these settings are to manage your WordPress post, because you know we publish the date only from WordPress blog. So these are this is the settings of the general settings of the WordPress. And let's come on setting new setting and writing. Okay, so this is setting also very important on WordPress website, default post category. Okay, so here you can see the option to define the post category. Okay, for example, if you want to make any new category, like currently there are only one category and uncategorized category. So during setup the WordPress, it will be created during the setup the WordPress. And if you want to give the any other category, if you want to define the default category no other than the uncategorized category, okay, in that case you can choose the category here. Okay, and same format, if you want to define the format of the your post, in that case you can change the format here. Okay, by default its value is standard. Okay, and if you want to if you want to change the page post mail server settings, okay, so in that case you can define the mail settings here. Like if you want to implement the SMTP, okay, in that case you can define the mail settings for SMTP here. You will need to define the mail server login name and username, and you can define the mail category here as well. So this is the post by email settings. So here they have explained that to post to WordPress by email, you must have set the secret email ID for pop-up. Any email received this address will be posted. So it's good idea to this address very secret. Here is the 3 random cases. Okay, so they have given the some instruction to define the post email. Okay, so this is the general few settings to writing of the website. Mainly this one is important, because many users don't know how they can set the default category other than uncategorized. Okay, like if you have created any new category like ABC category, in that case you can make the default category as post. So once you will create any post, it will be automatically defined to particular that category. Okay, so there will not require to assign the post manually, it will automatically to assign to particular category. Okay, so this is the setting. And reading, this is also important. Here you can see the home page displayed. Okay, so by default you see the your latest post. Okay, so here you can see the setting, like by default WordPress is define your latest post as your home page. Like here you can see this is the WordPress default page, then this is the first post of the WordPress. So once you will create a new post here, it will automatically display it here. So your latest video. Like if you want to create your new website, okay, like if you want to create a static home page, in that case you will require to create a new page and you can select the page from here. Okay, so this will be your home page, and post page this will be your blog page. Okay, so you can also choose the page blog page from here. Okay, so first you will need to create a new page here, and then you can select the page from here. So this settings will be are really important to manage your website and manage your blog. You can use your website as a normal website, and you can use the same website as a blog. Okay, so I will explain these all in details in next coming video, so stay tuned. And if you have any query related to our video, or if you have any question, if you want to know more about any topics of the WordPress, then you can leave your feedback in video comment box, and I will try to reply you as soon as possible. And also please do not forget to like and subscribe our channel to get the new video on WordPress. And like, subscribe and share with your friends who want to learn WordPress. So let me explain here the other remaining settings. Here you can see the home page and blog page per post. So if you want to show the 10 post, like if you going to create the 10 post here, okay, so these 10 posts will be automatically published on the home page. Okay, if you want to show only 10 post or 5 post, not 10 post, you want to show any 5 post, in that case you can define the 5 post here. So in that case only 5 post will be based on your blog page. Okay, so this is the settings to define the page setting. This is the for feed. Okay, so it's for RSS feed, and for each feed here you can define the option. If you want to full text of the post content in feed, in that case you can select the first one option, and if you want to show only summary of the page, in that case you can select the second option. And search engine, and this of setting I have already explained during the setup on WordPress. This is very important because when we are going to set up create a website on your local computer on your staging server, in that case you must have need to check this box, otherwise your site will be indexed by the Google before officially launching. So this is the main important feature, or this is main important settings to exclude your website from Google search engine till go live officially website. Okay, so once you will go live your site on your live server, in that case you need to uncheck this checkbox as well. Okay, so it's very important settings to manage your site for production mode or in testing mode. Okay, so I hope these settings are clear. Let me come on discussion. Okay, so these settings are related to your post comment box. Okay, if you are going to allow the post comment on allow user to comment on your blog post, in that case you can manage the settings from here. Like if you want to attempt notified blog link, okay, and allow link notification on other blog, allow people to submit comment on new post. Okay, so these are the settings you can manage as per your requirement. Comment author must fill the comment email ID, so you can check this if you are going to enable the comment for your blog post, and that you need to check this. Okay, so these are the by default settings has been enabled during the setup on WordPress, and as per your requirement you can manage the settings here. Like if you anyone post comment or post is held for moderation, okay, and comment must be manually removed. If you want to remove the all comment manually, in that case you can check this. Okay, and you can update the other settings here to define the but be blog comment related settings. Okay, and here you can see the show avatar. If you want to show avatar icon on your blog page, in that case you can check in this. If you don't want, then you can uncheck this. Once you will check, then there are settings related to, if you want, here you can choose the any icon or you can define the email id. Okay, so these are the settings related to video comment box, blog comment, post comment, and you can update the settings by default as per your requirement. Okay, and here you can see the media settings. And media setting is also important feature settings and WordPress admin. Here if you want to give the any particular size for any image or any media file, in that case you can define the settings here. Okay, like WordPress by default define the thumbnail size in 150 into 150, and medium size 300 by 300, and large size 140 to 140. So once you will upload the any image from WordPress admin, I will explain this in coming video. So once you will upload the video on image any from admin, but WordPress admin, in that case this will be create automatically 3 version of the WordPress. So first will be thumbnail, second for medium, and third for large size. So here you can define the size of the image as per your website design or website requirement. So these settings are clear for you. And here last setting, uploading file. If you want to organize upload into month or year based folder, in that case you can. Okay, if you don't want to the upload files in month or year based folder, in that case you need to check this box. So once you will uncheck this box, if you will uncheck this box, in that case all files will be uploaded into uploads folder. All files of your files or folder, PDF files or media file or video file, all will be saved into your uploads folder. It will be not organized in year or month basis. Okay, so I will suggest you to leave these settings as it is, because month or yearly basis you can easily find the video and video box. Okay, so this is the setting for media. And next is permalink. This is the main important setting of the WordPress. Here you can define the settings for your WordPress admin URL, SEO friendly URL. Okay, so here you can see there are 6 options available here to define the WordPress admin. Okay, so if by default WordPress enable the day and name function. Okay, so you can see day, and they have defined the year, month, number, and day and post name. So this is the format: year, month, day, and post name. And here you can see the URL: year, month, day, and post. So in same way you can use these settings as per your website requirement or as per your choice. If you want to give a simple post name, in that case you can select this one. Okay, so these are the settings to manage your permalink or SEO friendly website related settings here. Okay, and here you can if you want to custom structure, in that case you can use this one. And once you will this custom structure, in that case you can choose the option here. So this will give you the option to define the URL of your website. Like if you want to show the post name with hours or minute with second as well, in that case you can define the URL here. So and category base, if you want to give any base URL to for your category, like if you want to give any base URL like blog, okay, and if you are going to create any post in post category ABC, in that case the by default it will be show the category / ABC. Okay, so here you can define the base slug, like if you have like I have defined the slug here, my new cat. Okay, so in that case you can see I have updated the settings, and here you can see the post content, and this is the category. So here you can see the base URL is coming with my new category. So if you will not define the any base URL, in that case it will automatically. So here you can see the URL is category / uncategorized. Okay, so if you want to use any other category base URL, category base, like if you want to remove the category from your WordPress blog post URL or blog category URL, in that case you can define the category base here. So this feature is also very beneficial for you, because many times some user looking to change the category or to remove the category from your category from post the URL. In that case you can define the categories with custom slug, as I have already shown you in video. Okay, and same way you can define the tag based URL. Okay, so these settings also will clear for you. If you have any query related the settings or permanent related setting, then you can leave your message and video comment box, and I will explain the way to how you can manage your URL direction, because this is the main important part of the WordPress website. This to make your SEO friendly URL, these settings are play a very important role. Okay. So these are the settings. And privacy, if by default WordPress has created a new privacy page, so if you want to choose any other page as your privacy, then you can manage the page here. So these are the settings of the WordPress. I hope all is clear for you, and if you have any query related to these settings, then you can leave your video and comment box. And let me come on the post. Now let me come on the post. So as I have already explained, the post is basically to your blog post. Okay, so if you are going to use your website as a blog, in that case you need to create the blog post only, not the pages. Okay, so once you will create the new post, it will automatically reflect on your website as well. So I will explain in coming video how you can create the new post and how you can manage the post here. And you can see the category by default here. Category 1 category is created by WordPress, uncategorized. Okay, so in same way you can create a new category. And tags, you can manage the tags from here. And next, come on next, media. Here you can see the no media item found. Once you will create the new media, once to upload the media, you will need to select the file here. So here you will able to manage the whole media files here. And pages, these are the pages section. Okay, so if you want to you create your website and like a CMS website and as a blog website as well, in that case you need to manage the all CMS part of the website using pages, and you can use the post for your blog of the website. So here you can manage the website pages as well here. And this is the section for comment. Here you can manage the comment, you can trace, you can approve, you can delete. So everything you can manage your website comment here. And appearance section, here you can see this is the main part of the website to manage your website, front end of the website. So here you can see the themes are available here, and you can easily change the theme and you can manage your theme here. And using customization you can manage the style and settings of the theme. You can see there are many options available, so you can choose any settings as per your requirement. If you want to add any external CSS, in that case WordPress allow you to add the CSS from additional CSS section as well. Okay, so this CSS will be reflected throughout the website. So this is the settings for customize the website, and here you can see widget. Okay, so by default the 20, as we are currently using the active theme is 2020, so this theme is not allowed to add the sidebar. Okay, so they have allowed only footer. Okay, so you can see this is the footer, and here you can see this is the footer widget section. So these settings are displaying on here. So you can manage your site login, site website sidebar from here, and by drag and drop you can assign any post or any new post into your WordPress. So this is the settings for widget menu, and here you can manage your WordPress menu. Okay, so by default WordPress has not created any menu, so once you will set up the website with WordPress, in that case you will require to create a menu like footer menu, header menu, main menu, sidebar menu. Okay, so you can create the menu from under menu section, and there are not any limitation to create the menu, so you can easily create menu for your website from menu section. And here you can see background. Okay, so this is the settings related to your theme. Okay, so if you are going to use any other theme, not the default theme, in that case you can see the options to change there are some new options, maybe theme option page to manage your WordPress front end settings. Like if you can change your WordPress site logo from backend, and you can manage the other settings, like if you can add the custom script or custom CSS on theme basis. So these settings, some settings are based on the theme. So by default 2020 theme, WordPress theme has not provided the option, much more options to manage the site, front end site from backend. So I will explain these all the settings in details in coming video as well. So this is the appearance. Okay, so this appearance section is very important to manage your website front end. And here you can see this is the plugins. Here you can manage or add new plugins by click on simple add new button. Okay, and you can search the any plugins in. So I will explain these all in new video. Okay, and here you can see manage user. If you want to add a new user, then you can create the new user by click on add new button. Okay, and you can manage the admin all the WordPress users from here. So this is the settings. These are the settings of the WordPress and tool. Okay. So tools, here you can see the import and export. If you are going to create your website, WordPress website, and if you want to import the data from any your old WordPress blog or any other, in that case you have need to download the XML file. Download XML file on your old WordPress website, and you can easily import it from here. Okay, so these are the settings. This is site health. This settings is recently added in WordPress. This will provide the information about your website. Okay, it's basically depend on your server. It will show you the settings and suggest you the improvement of your website speed, and they have given some important other feature as well. So this site health section has been added in last previous WordPress version. So this is very important also. Here you can see your website health status and what version you are using and what you have required, what you can touch, what they are, how many plugins are available to use, and how many plugins you can inactive. Okay. So here you can see the settings related, basic settings related to your site health, and they have suggested some way to improve your website. So this is the settings and explore personal data. Okay, so these are also settings are recently added by the Google by WordPress. So here you can export the personal data from any verified request. So here you can see the any email sent to the user at this email address and asking them to verify the request. So by using export personal data, you can create a new request by define the user email ID or email address. So here you can, if you want to erase the personal data, in that case you can erase the personal data. Okay. So these are the settings of the tool. Okay, so guys, I have explained all the settings of the WordPress, and I hope it will help you to understand the WordPress functionality. And if you have any query related to our this video, then you can leave your video comment in video comment box, and you can share. If you found my video beneficial for you, then please like and subscribe our channel to get latest video on WordPress, and you can share our WordPress video or WordPress channel with your friends who want to learn WordPress. So that's it guys, and I hope today video will be beneficial for you. So in coming video we are going to learn about overview of page and post. Okay, so this video will be also important for you to manage the WordPress website. Okay, so in this video I will cover these all topics: create new page, set up WordPress front page, set up blog page, create new page, create new category, create post tag, manage the blog post comment. Okay, so in coming video I will explain all the settings related to pages or posts. So stay tuned